But you know what we haven't had? Just pure stupid.
Ocean Drives films with Eclipse Dine-In Cinemas Bundoran. Now serving pizza, hot dogs, ice cream, and more to your seat. Find out more at eclipsecinemas.com.
Well, I feel I've just got back from the cinema. A very good evening to you and a very good afternoon to you. And let's join Collie. He is live from Eclipse Cinemas in Bundoran. A very good day to you.
Yes, I like the way you're covering all time zones there, evening, afternoon, and good day.
You never know what time people will be watching this.
Well, that is the thing. We are, very much local, but also quite international. As some of the comments on our YouTube page, often say mostly complimentary. I have to say, sometimes they go, they didn't even talk about the movie. You go, well, yeah, they were busy.
Is that what you're on for? Is it?
Yeah. You might be in the wrong place, my friend. However, speaking of which, one of the things people say to me, you and Seamie get on great and you fly through the movies, but you know what? You don't always let them get a word in edgeways. So, here today, for a change, you've been to the movies more recently than I have.
I have.
What did you go and see?
I got to see The Odyssey last night. And I have to say, spectacular. Can I say that?
Yeah.
Unbelievable. Looked fantastic, sounded fantastic, great acting. Look, it was a great movie, absolutely. And I can't wait to see it on a bigger screen. What's that tell you? No,
yeah, but it lived up to the hype for you because
everything, and knowing the little bits you'd sent me on it, and knowing the little things that had gone on, and what I was looking at, there was very little. It was real. It was all the sets were all built. The horse was real. The boats were real. I mean, it was unbelievable. I mean, if you take it, they made the movie in Morocco, Greece, Italy, Scotland, Iceland, Sahara Desert, and Malta. Now, if you didn't say, if I gave you all those locations, you said, that must be a Bond movie.
Yeah, absolutely. That, and I suppose of its time it was, because it's a kind of a travelogue. He goes to all of these places. But yeah, Christopher Nolan says, why would you do that when you have this scenery in the world?
Yes,
let's film it there. And it just feels that bit more real, even though they're monsters and they're, mythological creatures, but it feels real because they built stuff and they're in a cave, filming in a cave. You know that?
Yeah. And because you're in there and you feel claustrophobic with them, you actually feel you're there. That's, I don't think you get it until you come out of it. I mean, I was driving back last night and I couldn't believe it. I was back in Sligo before I knew it. Yeah. One of those nights. Yeah.
Oh, well, that's fabulous.
I have to recommend it, folks. And if you just want a really good movie experience, this is it.
And it is an experience. I'm really glad that you mentioned the sound, obviously with your background, but because the sound is as much part of it. It kind of goes very quiet, then it suddenly goes loud. But they're telling the story with the sound. It's not just music playing while the action's happening. They have thought about every beat of that.
You did, yeah. Well, like they're traveling in and they're listening to the whispers, isn't it?
Yeah,
and the songs. So they put the wax in their ears, but you get that experience because you're listening like there, and it's very good. Look, there's just subtle things in it, just simple little things that make it. Anyway, enough of that.
Yeah.
Can I say any more good about it?
No, I think you've covered it very well. And it's been a crazy week because Odyssey's still doing tremendous business. You've probably heard about Spider-Man since we talked last. It is just the biggest thing ever. We had the last time in the cinema we had only 2 movies showing in the 6 screens was Barbenheimer, when Barbie and Oppenheimer, and of course that was Christopher Nolan as well. So it has been just crazy. It is calming down a bit, and we've got kind of, I suppose we'd call it counter-programming. After this hype, we've some very different things. And we're going to start off with a little bit of wittiness. So there was a movie called Practical Magic made in 1998, and it wasn't necessarily a big hit at the time, but it's one of those, Seamie, that is built up again and again. Generations, particularly mums and daughters, watching it together. It's all about sisterhood. And it's so popular, they've made a sequel. So 3 weeks before the sequel comes out, they're releasing the other one because they know lots of people haven't seen it on the big screen, but I have, and hopefully you will too. We're going to play a clip.
The Owens family, life was always magic.
Most excellent.
And love.
Any man who wins the heart of an Owens woman is bound to end up 6 feet under.
Was always tragic.
Michael, look out! It was an accident.
It was fate.
It was the curse!
two sisters. One would play it safe,
You spend all your energy just trying to fit in, but you're never gonna fit in, Sal. We're different.
while the other would run wild.
Hang on to your husbands, girls.
I'm enjoying the clip anyway, and I haven't seen this. And the first I heard of it was when you sent me down. I think you said we're doing this one, and I went practically magic. And then I seen there was a forthcoming picture, the new version of it coming out. It's actually all the same actresses.
Yeah, absolutely. And look, I suppose the more amazing thing is Sandra Bullock, Nicole Kidman, not to mention like Stockard Channing, and that would have been made just when the West Wing was at its height as well. That it wasn't a big hit the first time around, because I watched this the other day and I really enjoyed it. Now, you and I are not the target audience. It does lean a bit more female, right? And it's a lot about sisters. And the thing is, they have mystical powers. They are witches, but they're cursed never to fall in love. That anyone who falls in love with them will be doomed. And they live with their two aunts. And the whole town.
I'm liking this already.
Yeah, the whole town is suspicious of them all, and it has great humor. And like, let's face it, Nicole Kidman and Sandra Bullock are great. I particularly love Sandra Bullock. I just think she's brilliant at being funny and serious, and you just care. Whatever movie she's in, you care about how she gets on. She's that brilliant gift of sort of straight away you're in her shoes, and it's fun, and it took a slight turn that I didn't expect. But really, like a lot of these things, it's about they're witches, and that's about it. But that's not really what it's about, right? So I can understand why this became such a big cult hit on DVD and on TV. And actually, even the trailer for the re-release, it starts showing a little girl watching it on TV, and then it zooms into the big screen and kind of says, "You think it was good then? You want to watch it on a big screen." So it is a great sort of girls' night out. We're doing free ice cream and everything with the tickets. And I think I was surprised how many people bought the tickets straight away. I knew it was popular, but I thought maybe it'd be one of those that people would say, yeah, I've seen it before. But I suppose they haven't seen it on the big screen. And more importantly, I think they haven't seen it together. So there's groups of friends, kind of like Mamma Mia, kind of like Dirty Dancing. People want to see it together. And usually we wouldn't usually put a re-release as the first movie to talk about. But I think this week, especially after talking so much about Spider-Man and Odyssey and so on, I think it's one for it probably is one for the girls, but I think they really enjoy it. I liked it, and as I said, I'm not the target audience, so I think it's really good fun, and I can't wait now for the sequel.
Okay, right. That is Practical Magic, and that is showing from when?
It's shown from Friday. It's only out for a couple of days, so make sure you book now while you can.
Okay, right. Okay. Now, I'm glad you didn't ask me to look for a clip from Super Troopers 3.
Yeah. I know what I'm doing.
This is not for the faint-hearted.
No, but also it probably is time for this.
Very funny.
We've had everything this year. We've had the epics, we've had the superheroes, loads of great kids movies, and a couple for the ladies. But you know what we haven't had? Just pure stupid. And like this time last year, we had the Naked Gun. So I think they thought, do you know what? The Naked Gun went well again. Let's make something else. And they know Super Troopers was a huge cult hit. People absolutely loved it. The second one was a bit of a letdown, but it's kind of like Anchorman. Like people quote it all the time. And it is lads. We always try and stay away from gender stereotypes, but sometimes you have to say it's one for the girls, one for the boys. And it's very quotable and very stupid. Everyone has the funny thing about it is, right, when this movie came out, they all have the cop mustache, right? And that was part of the joke. And now, sure, every young lad around Sligo has one, right? Which is mad, right? Yeah. But it is pure dumb. And I think they knew the second one. They kind of phoned it in a wee bit, straight to DVD. So they've all come back. They said, no, let's finish on a high. Let's go full ridiculous. Full stupid. Even the poster for it that they have is them fighting it's a kind of Mickey take of the Odyssey. This is going to be like this. If you don't like the Anchorman and that sort of stuff, you're not going to like this. But if you do, it's going to be great fun. And we've had everything else this summer, as I said, except pure stupid. There's no need to put your brain in the car. You will not require it for this movie. But you will enjoy it. And again, two things that are best in a crowd: a scary movie or a funny movie. It's always funnier when you watch it with your friends. And that's
Super Troopers 3 now. When is that? When are you opening?
That starts tomorrow.
Okay, that's tomorrow. Okay, we're heading to Matt Streak. Is it that time of the year again?
Yeah,
Andrew
it's
is back. Yeah?
Again, something regular. He comes twice a year. He's better than Santa. So, because we always have a Christmas one, always have a summer one, and I used to mock this when we first started together. I used to mock it.
I told you.
And now I've come full circle. The waltz music is not my thing, but what I love is joy.
Yeah.
I love to see happy people, and it's one of the times we don't worry too much about the rules about people standing up and having a wee dance while they're in it. Andre Rio's back. This one, it's his 20th anniversary of doing his shows in Vienna. No, sorry, in Maastricht.
Maastricht.
And so they've done a special concert and they've loads of special guests. They always know what they're doing. They understand their audience. They know what people like.
Yeah.
And they brought in some new stuff. It will be exactly what you expect to be. And people absolutely love it. All ages. That's the other thing that surprised me.
Absolutely. But what I'm really looking forward to is you wearing that tuxedo. That's what I'm
One of these days we go. The day we're both off and we'll go and see Andre. We're a bit more rock and roll than that, I'd like to think. But you know what? I bet you I'd like it. I bet you would enjoy it too.
Absolutely.
Enjoy music. What else have you done all your life, Shamey? If nothing.
All right, we got to wrap it up. Missed It Monday. You're bringing back Obsession.
Yeah, it's never been away. The phenomenal hit of the year. Like, okay, Spider-Man has made more money, but Obsession was made for $750,000. It's made about $300 million already.
Unbelievable.
Incredible. And do you know why? Good acting, good plot. All the things we talked about this year that have done well. Good acting, good plot. That's all you need. It's great to see in 2026 that still works.
Okay, right. That's the movies. Till next Thursday. Hey, thanks, Collie.